Well, the United States is schizophrenic. On one hand, at least some members of the Obama administration and probably some members of Congress know that Israel is acting brutally. Israel is a segregationist government. I mean, if Barack Obama, an African American, doesn't understand what segregation is and how evil it is, then there's not much hope for this country. But the United States is, as I say, they do have some understanding of the brutality of Israel's occupation and the fact that it is totally opposing in contempt of international law, and yet being reelected and catering to large lobby groups is more important for politicians than the lives of thousands of human beings. They would rather see, I mean, this is really what's happening. They are willing to sacrifice the lives of hundreds of Palestinian children and over 1,000 civilians, and who knows how many more will die, but they're willing to make the sacrifice just so that they get reelected. Leaders are supposed to lead, but these leaders follow. They allow an ignorant constituency to tell them what to do. And the reason I use the word ignorant is because most Americans support Israel. And the reason they support Israel is not because they really have any understanding of what is going on or any knowledge. They've never studied the history, and the media never provides the real context for the history, nor does the media really provide the history. And so people in the United States grow up with these images of Arabs as evil or as terrorists, and they think that Israel, being the, quote, only democracy in the Middle East, is a bastion of civilization in the midst of Arab evil, of pathological hatred. And it's kind of like what Ehud Barak, Israel's former prime minister, said when he referred to Israel as a villa in the jungle. That's the view that so many people have. And because the media doesn't disabuse them of this view, and because the American government is too afraid to educate its public for fear that they'll lose votes, they end up doing things that are completely against their own values. So what do? They give money to Israel as if the 20-year-old bully needs more support against a 3-year-old child. I mean, this is really a good analogy. As one historian said, it's like a battle between an elephant and a fly. Israel is one of the strongest militaries in the history of the world, and the Palestinians have sticks and stones and some homemade rockets and maybe a few other more sophisticated rockets, and yet the United States feels that it needs to help Israel finish the job, apparently. I mean, rather than making peace. Isn't it interesting? I mean, the United States, instead of insisting that Israel sit down and end the occupation and make a fair and just peace so that there can be peace, gives them more and more weapons so that there can eventually be peace. What kind of peace can you have when you're oppressing another people? The only way to end the oppression, if you're not going to make peace, is to basically commit genocide and get rid of enough of the people so there's no more resistance. It's just a terrible problem, and I don't see any end to it until the American public in particular, and even more in particular the American Jewish public, wakes up and starts and rediscovers their humanity.